Hello friends, it is Rachel Archelaus and we're back with another LOVETOBER video. If you're not sure what the series is all about, go check out the first video in the playlist linked below. You can also take the self-love challenge and show us all what you love about yourself. Today we're going to talk about first love and really early love, like right when we're trying to decide for ourselves what love is, who we love, if we love anyone at all. That all kind of happens all around the same time. And today I'm going to highlight one of my first loves, and I have a special treat for you. I actually found some poems that I wrote when I was really little about this person. I was the kind of kid who always had boyfriends. I think from the time I was about 5 years old, I was like dating around. For the most part, all that meant was really talking on the phone a little bit and not even looking at each other when we saw each other in school. I was pretty shy as a kid. All the people that I dated were pretty shy. And mostly it would be a couple weeks or a couple days of going out, in which that entailed not ever going out or holding hands or anything. Pretty much until 7th or 8th grade, that's when that changed, and I had more serious boyfriends, which meant a bunch of first kisses and hanging out after school, talking on the phone, etc. But I don't remember ever thinking I was in love with anyone until I think I was around 11. I was looking through some old papers the other day and I actually found some old poems from which I was contemplating this idea of whether or not I was in love. And it was really interesting to see my languaging from back then. It seemed like a big idea in order to put that label on something. I think that this person who I'm talking about was really the first time I felt emotionally connected to someone. As before, it seemed like it was the right thing to do to kind of ask boys out or even kiss them. It was fun, I enjoyed it. But this time it felt differently because there was an actual heart connection there. And I think I felt like this person was caring and really there for me. I could talk to this person. So it was really interesting to kind of think back and see what was different about this relationship than the ones before. And so I want to read you this poem because it's really funny. It will kind of give you a look into my mindset, and it might jog your memory of when you had this first mindset as well. So definitely comment below if you can relate to what I'm talking about. It says on top, inspired by the daydreams, thinking of Chris Schacht. So it's called Love. My feelings for him are very deep. I've never felt this way before. He confessed his love for me. I think I'm finally feeling the same way. Love is an indescribable emotion. It can even creep up on you slowly. He doesn't know what I feel is love. I'm not quite sure if he should know. How do I know if it's the real thing? I can't get an answer from anyone else. Love is extremely intimidating. I think I'll wait for another day. I love that I already knew that no one else could provide me with the information of whether or not it was love. And I also love how I thought that it was intimidating. It makes me think that growing up, I already knew that there was a responsibility put around love. And it made me feel like if I labeled it love, like then I was stepping into something, some institution, almost like getting married, where now you have a role to play. And it's interesting to think back on what I thought about love. I witnessed my parents, and at this age, it seemed like they had the perfect marriage. Everything was great. They never fought. My sister and I were super duper happy. We lived kind of an idyllic childhood. And at the same time, now I know that my mom was kind of playing along. She didn't necessarily want to be in the role that she was in. She wanted a lot more freedom. It's so funny, I can relate so much to this now. I had the same freak out when I became a wife. So I think maybe I thought that if I was really in love, then I would have to kind of assume this role of what being in love is, what a girlfriend is, or whatever I was calling it back then. So it's really cool how I can see how my young mind was shaped. But apart from the poem, I just really want to give a big shout out to Chris for kind of playing that in my life for me. I messaged him to ask him if I could use his name in this video, and he said yes. And he actually reminded me of something I'd forgotten, and that we both enjoyed photography together. That completely slipped my mind. I had no idea. My biggest memories really of him are hanging out near his house in the woods, because there were some trails around where he lived. So thank you, Chris, for enriching my childhood and being the object of my affection and possibly even being my first love. So I appreciate that, and I'm so glad that you were there. And I'm glad that I've learned a lot about love since then and have been able to kind of untangle this learned responsibility around it and try to define it on my own as best I can. So I'm going to end this video doing something I kind of don't want to do, but is definitely in the spirit of Lovetober. I'm going to read this other poem that I found. Why not get a little embarrassed and out of my comfort zone during Lovetober? Because I'm asking all of you to do the same thing. So here we go. Your embrace is longed for, your gentle kiss is needed. You brought forth these emotions, now I have to leave them. I have to move on, I'll leave you, my love. You'll never be forgotten. Sadness, please fade. You'll always be with me, you'll never be far. No matter how much you miss me, you'll always be loved. I love you, Chris. So there we have it, another love poem from the young mind of Rachel Mingalello, which I was then. What can you do today? Maybe reach out to your first love if you're still in contact, if you still know where they are. I mean, I think I would definitely be flattered if I knew that I was somebody's first love, because in our society, it kind of does play a big role. So go for it if you feel up to the challenge. Alright guys, I will have another Lovetober video for you very soon. We have so much more to talk about. If you have anything you want me to cover in Lovetober, leave it in a comment below and share this with your friends. I think this is such a good idea to just like get all this love out. Let's start flowing with love on a more regular basis. Let's take the stigma out of talking about old relationships and first loves, and really just normalize all of this amazing human emotion. All right, guys, so much love to you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to intuitive art and you've never done it with me, go to intuitiveartacademy.com for your free class. You'll learn how to have a conversation with your higher self in 3 easy steps. That's intuitiveartacademy.com. And if you're already a pro or you've done the free class and you want to learn more about creating abundance from your purpose, go to workyourpurpose.com and you'll watch a free video series all about what it takes to create a purposeful income from doing what you love. All right, enjoy, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.